broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Ooh. So romantical. You guys, I'm fired up about this episode.
Me
Go ahead.
Because it was incredible. Steven, if you could turn down the music just a little bit. I was going to say, I chose this song for us because the title of the song is Everything Changed. Because in this episode,
Everything
changes. Yes, so what is this episode? This is episode number 6, and I am so excited. This is AfterBuzz TV for Jane the Virgin, and we have a really important special guest in the house, so we're super excited to talk to her and maybe get a little bit of juice. And I am Madison Chase, your trainer to the stars and the star in you. And the reason why I wanted to do this show, because I'm your no sex till marriage expert. I'm also a virgin like Jane. I'm just not artificially inseminated.
Thank goodness for that.
Thank God.
hey y'all, I'm Stephanie Giorgi.
Hey everyone, I'm Giselle Ugarti. And to my right, we have a special someone. You saw her on tonight's episode, Rogelio's ex-wife, mother to his babies.
Melissa, a.k.a.
Tina Casciani.
There you go.
Casciani. I wouldn't
Baby mama.
Baby mama.
Baby mama.
You're the
Another
sexy baby mama. Yeah, the vixen baby mama.
Especially coming out of that tour bus 2 episodes ago.
Yes.
Right.
Hello.
Yeah, that was a little, I mean, I had a little bit to do with that outfit. I
Did you
definitely
really?
pushed the leopard robe, I'm not gonna lie. It was just
She's like, I saw it.
Yeah, leopard, yeah.
Random trends.
If we really want to make Xiomara mad, I'm going to wear that leopard robe.
And the hot pink. It had to be those two together.
And it's a competition, though. I feel like sometimes when you have that kind of girl versus girl,
Yeah.
X versus X kind of a thing, there's always one who's a little hotter than the other, or one who you like a little better. And even though your character is kind of mean, as far as like on a hotness level, it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
hello.
Who do you choose?
Well, yeah, we're girls. We know how it is. Like, you have to do what you have to do.
Exactly.
You have to win. There's no other way around
your
it.
daughters on the show understand that also. Those little
Yes.
effing brats.
I raised them right.
So
They're
let's
amazing.
jump into it. I'm so excited to talk about this episode. I love how at the beginning of every episode, they always do some kind of special, like her birthday.
Flashback. Right.
Flashback episode. So this flashback episode was her 21st birthday, which you know what you normally do when you turn 21. You get hammered. So that's exactly
Did you
what
get
she
hammered?
did. No, I didn't. I mean, I'm a real virgin. So I didn't drink till I was like 24.
I mean, you can still drink even if you're a virgin.
Now I don't drink because now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna
Now
do.
you're Madison Fitness.
Yeah, Madison Chase Fitness, the
Oh,
trainer
that's
to
right.
the stars and the star in you, because I feel like everybody's a star. But one of the things I started, which is kind of like my new mantra, is like if pregnant women can't do it, neither will I. So that's kind of like my new. Yeah, when it comes to drinking, like you can't drink as a pregnant woman. So
I'll have to talk to you about that one later.
Girl, then you can't eat fish, you can't eat steak medium rare. Like, are you trying to do all that?
I don't do steak anyway. I like cows.
We'll forget it then.
Oh, man. Let's get to Jane. Let's get to Jane.
Yeah, let's get to Jane.
21 birthday party.
Yes. So she's turning it up, and the police actually come out, and then the police officer is actually
Michael.
How cute.
Which I'm happy that they gave us, they finally showed us how they met, because we needed to love Michael more. And however, this is going to be in response to our YouTube comment. You're absolutely right. Never once have we mentioned how much Michael lies, and that shows a fault in his personality, when the whole time I'm just like fighting for him because I love him so much.
He does so easily, too. Can I just say, I don't know if it was at this episode where they knew that they were getting picked up for a full 6 or a full 12, but there was something extra fresh about the men in this episode where they were looking really, I don't know what it was. I don't
Just
know if
a
they
little
were
hotter than
glowing.
usual.
I don't know if maybe their girlfriends and wives were on set that day, but there was something about both Michael and Raph this episode, and when he was dressed up as the cop at the door, I would have thought he was a stripper too.
Right? Oh my gosh.
But his eyes just look so like innocent and baby blue. I would have never said that he was a stripper. Like, he was too cute.
I would have said it just so that I could put my hands on him without getting in trouble.
You would have hoped he was a stripper.
I would have hoped, and I would like, and if you're not, at least I'm drunk and you know it. So.
And you would have gone right for the handcuffs or the gun for sure.
And I'd be like, girls, you doing this? I'll worry about your clothes. Just stand
Right. So the way they kind of like break it up, she thinks he's really like a stripper, so she fires the gun. You could get arrested for that, right?
Oh, absolutely, which cracked me up when she did that, because I was like, girl.
You could go to jail.
And then she still got him to stay.
Right. Which is so funny, because that was so silly in telenovela, because no cop would be.
No.
I mean, if I did that, I'd be like, dang, I got game.
Yeah.
Because that's his job.
And you would probably do it just like that. I got game.
You would have left the door and you'd be behind it like.
I'm like, what? So they kind of like set the tone and the foundation for their whole relationship, or Jane. Like,
Well, and that incredible first kiss that they had.
oh my god.
Oh my God, he did it so right. I'm sorry. Like,
But can we talk about right beforehand when she was translating the telenovela, and
Why she loved it.
she was saying, I knew from
You know what?
from the
He
moment I
knew
met
it.
you, and they're just the way that he looked at her.
It translated that that's what he was thinking in that moment.
And that's what we thought we were gonna see.
Yeah, the writers, kudos to the writers again. You guys are setting this up so well, because I like, there's one thing to assume what they're thinking, but it's another where they set it up to be like, you're right, enjoy it, keep going. And it's like, good, because sometimes we want to hear them, we just want it to be represented. That's all.
And you saw that little spark between them, right?
Yes.
When they're on the couch.
Yeah.
Exactly, and then it makes you understand why they got to the point where they're at. Because if you started anything with anyone like that, I mean,
Yeah, and that's the way I think it should start. Like, if it doesn't start that way, then how is it gonna end? Like,
right?
yeah, it's gotta start.
forget
with, Yeah, it's gotta start with something magical, something like inspirational, something that makes your heart beat fast like that.
Or what we might see from Xiomara and Rogelio is that it starts off as a friendship, and then it gets beautiful. We'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. I'm just saying. So many twists and turns
Yeah, so
that were
Jane-
set up from this first scene.
Yeah, I love the first scene. Like, I was like, I know they're gonna kiss. Did you think that they were gonna kiss?
But the way he did that, like, till this second, I want to bite his bottom lip so bad right now.
I think you wanted to do that when he was in studio. No, not really.
No, that was what's so funny is that they were blowing it up, but I was genuinely a fan because just this summer I'd watched the show that Brett did before, and it was Ravenswood, and I didn't even know his name until recently. So I was like, relax, I'm not jocking that hard. But I love it.
But there's also a difference between, on the couch, that was Brett. On screen, that's Michael.
Right.
And
Exactly.
you want to bite Michael's bottom lip.
Exactly, not
You
Brett.
want to hug Brett.
Yeah,
But
be
then you're
like-
like, oh, you have a girlfriend. I'll
Yeah, boo.
go over there.
Go to your girlfriend. So Jane is still mad that Michael is like continuing to lie to her, which is like, and I
She
think
can't get over it.
She can't get over it. And the last time that Rolf was here, he was like, they really play Jane's character like out, like they've really like rounded her out, and like her whole issue is that she's someone who's humble. She's someone that has integrity with everything that she does. So him lying to her about the pregnancy, him lying about knowing that Petra was having an affair and that she would give the baby, and that's kind of like really jacked up. Like, if you know that your potential wife is having a child of someone that she doesn't know, and the reasons why she's doing it is because he's got cancer, and you would let her have this baby and give it to a family, like,
So like twisted and
it's
messed up.
so twisted. I would
Because-
be livid.
Yeah, exactly. And because she also was attaching it, the way that she did the flashbacks, it's because that meant that anything that had to do with Petra, he was lying. So then that's why they showed us every instant where she could have pinpointed, damn, he lied to me there, and there.
Yeah.
But is he at least kind of forgivable, given the theme of this episode, because he did all those things when he admittedly was insecure and intimidated by Raph and the whole situation? Because following that, he did go up to Jane and say, listen, I'm really sorry. I'm here for you. If you want to keep this baby, we're doing this together. I'm here with you all the way. Let's get married.
I agree. I agree 100% because that's what made me feel like, oh, well, maybe at the end of the day, that's the only thing he was lying about, except for the big secret that we don't know yet. But that's not even a case, or that's not there yet, so it doesn't matter.
Well, wasn't the secret just that he'd gotten in trouble with his brother?
Oh yeah, I think exactly.
Yeah,
So
which wasn't even
a big secret.
I was a little disappointed about that.
You were expecting more, right?
Well, it could be a bigger secret than that.
Exactly. I was just thinking something else is going to probably blow up because that was too.
Might just be a little.
It was too
layer.
It was too minimal the way that they set it up prior for it to have been only that.
Yeah.
So that sucks for that part, but
there's more.
The only thing I feel like is that they're just going to
I'm telling them there's more. Yeah. At home, there's more.
Who are you pointing to? Okay.
I think they're just going to make. I'm sad because I know that they're going to make Michael's character more aggressive in a very, I don't want to say violent, but possibly violent way because he has that, and it's too bad because he was so nice, and I thought that he was going to cry when she took the ring off. Oh, MG.
But it might be sexy to see him get a little aggressive.
Bad boy. Yeah, you're right.
Right? Pull my hair. I'm just playing.
Well, you're not. I didn't say that.
Okay, so then we skip to
Catholic school.
Catholic school. She's going to be teaching at a high school, and I love the reason why she doesn't want to teach at a high school.
I was terrified. That's too funny.
Yeah, and I think that's so cute. Like, she was like, I want to prevent middle school girls from becoming the mean high school girls that she had to deal with while she was in high school. So she gets a job teaching high school, and it's not really what she wants to do. And I can imagine being pregnant, and you have all these emotions and the hormones, and now you got to go teach some little hormonal.
Oh, but wait a minute. Let's not forget that she met her step family or half family.
That's coming.
Before, or no, yeah, I guess. Never mind. Maybe it was the other way around. But I was going to say before she showed up to the first date because she recognized the two girls. Yes. So she gets the assignment.
No, she gets the assignment, and she's worried about that, which is true. I would be worried too, just because. I mean, I don't think I was ever bullied, so I can't really understand that. But I remember, like, I know what kind of girls are talking about. I feel like I would be intimidated too because there are females who are like smart-mouthed and just little girls who would say that because they're young and they're like, especially if it's a pretty teacher, haters. So it's like, don't worry about it just because I can date your favorite teacher and you can't.
But also, it's an all-girls Catholic school, so those girls can be really mean.
Vicious, because that's all they know. They bred each other from whenever they started getting personalities.
Or it can go both ways, because I've heard both. I've heard the terrible stories from the all-girls schools, or the ones where they're like, hey, it was all girls, we didn't wear makeup, we didn't shave our legs, we were like just chill with
like
everybody.
sisterhood?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I haven't heard
Because they didn't have any boys
No, but
around.
I think when they have to be that conservative, then when they're finally given a little freedom.
That's why they freak.
Yes. It's kind of like
I think that's usually what happens.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's too bad.
That's what I've heard.
So I've heard.
Yeah.
So I've heard.
I feel like I was a little bit like that. I didn't do anything for ever growing up, and then I kind of wilded out for just a second. But because I'm a huge fan of the movie industry, I always learned my lessons from the movies. I was like, well, I'm not going to be that girl that's an amateur. I'm going to do this right. So I would always compare myself to like every movie that I saw that I liked, and I was like, okay, I can't do that mistake because that's what happened in this character.
That's good that you learned from it.
It's like
And
also
you picked the right movies. Because you could have picked the wrong movie where she made some really bad decisions.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm glad you watch good movies.
Yeah.
Because we be in
A
trouble.
good example for all you girls, actually, I'll give it Drive Me Crazy, Melissa Joan Hart's character. Follow that example.
Oh, I don't even remember that movie anymore. I just remember the Britney music video because that's when everyone was like, oh, she grew boobs overnight.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. The green metallic
That was
top.
miraculous when that happened.
Anyway.
Okay.
Whatever, y'all. Get used to it. It's what happens on the show.
So,
She gets her selection.
Yeah, she gets her selection, and then I think she sees Rolf, and she apologizes, or he apologizes about the fight that they had, or the disagreement for custody. And I think, is that when he tells her? No, that's not
No,
it.
it's
It
not.
happens
That's
later.
very end.
But then the narrator says there was an opening, he didn't do it.
He didn't take it. Yeah, okay. He
But
did
that
say
is when we started to hear the heartbeat. I don't know if you guys did at home.
So good.
Madison brought me onto it, and then we noticed the glow. And I don't know.
I saw it. It was incredible.
I don't know if you maybe saw what I saw, but I kind of, the colors of the glow, I first thought of like the Virgin of Guadalupe. But I know that's kind of like a Mexican thing, so I don't know if that would, or is it a Mexican thing?
Oh, it's the Virgin that's represented in Mexico, so like, that's why.
So maybe it wasn't that from that, but that was the first thing that I thought of.
Because it was that
like
same kind of color
coming out of it.
But no, I thought it was good because when the way maybe I like them because they're kind of catering to how I think the show is. So right when I saw it, it made my heart drop a little bit because it made me breathe harder. So I was like, that's my point. You know, we know that it's supposed to be there, but we like it to be represented in a corny way because, you know, sometimes we need a little corny in our life. But
I don't think it's corny though.
Well, I mean, corny because obviously it's not going to really glow,
right?
But you felt it the second you see it. You know that she's like listening. She's like, oh shit, I don't know what to do right now because I'm freaking the F out.
Yeah. It's clever because it draws your attention to it.
Exactly. And then you know what and there was no sound, but you hear it like you said.
And everybody in the room, as soon as we like pointed that out, I was like, you know, like you lose your breath for a second.
Yeah, that's great. I think the writers are great. Like the last episode, it was the Halo.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I was like, that's so ingenious. That's smart.
No, they're brilliant.
I know.
Yeah.
Good moment until Ralph gets arrested.
Oh, yeah, that's next. Yeah. I can't believe Petra's mom. Like, you know what? And it's kind of like, it's really interesting and very true to life because there's this cycle of Petra is just like her mom, your daughters are just like you. Just kind of like how women
apple doesn't fall far.
Yeah, the apple doesn't fall very far from the tree. So yeah, she lets Roth go down for like hitting her, and she like completely just lies.
She's so lame. What made me even angrier was when she lies when it's just them two. I can't believe you're doing this. You know exactly why. And I'm like, what? Why are you being a psycho right now? Like,
because she's psycho.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Yeah.
But when she does hit her. Amazing.
Right? That's what I told them, that I freaked out. I kept going on and on about it. So did I. And my whole thing was,
Yeah. It was hard.
It was super hard. It was so hard. That's why she got the black eye that she did. And it came out of nowhere because she was like ready for softness and then exactly the way it was
it the back? I can't remember. Was it the back of the hand? Oh.
She went to go moisturize, psych.
Yep. That's rough. That's rough.
I put up a tweet last week about like my new favorite lotion for wintertime, and there were 3 people that tweeted me, and they were for Jane ABTV band. So shout out to you guys. And they were like, "I'm afraid of lotion after this week's episode of Jane."
Because Mama knocks her out. Yeah, that was So what's your new favorite lotion? I know we're off topic.
Oh, it's the Neutrogena Norwegian formula.
Oh, that's good.
Fast absorbing hand cream.
Yeah.
She probably took the hand cream so that she wouldn't rip the skin and then hit her. Sorry, I was just thinking of
I think she's just obsessed with moisturizing.
Right?
Good, yeah, because she has an ulterior motive for that, which is basically your skin needs to stay soft so that you could keep Roth interested, but that didn't work.
She's like a pageant mom.
Yeah, she is, but she's like an evil pageant mom.
Just like pageant moms. That's a pageant mom.
Basically.
Nailed it.
And dance moms.
Right, and dance moms, I was just going to say that next.
Yeah.
She's probably like in the wheelchair in the back, like choreographing the moves for Petra.
Is she you, Tina? Are you going to be like a dance mom when that happens?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Do that, because you're a dancer, right?
Yes.
Maybe we'll have a Christmas pageant at the school.
I'm already starting to get my practice with my niece being a dance mom. So
I was just going to say, because you just said this before the show. She's like, no, we're making her.
I'm making my niece be a dancer, basically. So it's,
Second that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully she'll end up liking it.
She will.
Tina, I'm so sorry. My next notes for Melissa.
Oh, she said that Melissa is a bee.
Oh, thanks.
That means she did a good job.
That means I did a great job.
That means, girl, you can act.
Thank you.
We were getting to that part, so we'll jump to it. So I love the scene with Rogelia and Xiomara where he's like showing her how to do vocal coaching, and you can see her like her face is going so many other places besides that.
From your diaphragm. From your diaphragm.
Yes, from the diaphragm, and then you come in.
Would you ask them? I like it so much the way you speak on the show.
Oh, thank you.
You're doing really good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I was literally thinking today I was going to see you, and I was like, oh, I hope she speaks. Like, I'm going to speak to her in Spanish. And I was like, oh, dang, she doesn't speak Spanish.
I'm not fluent.
Right.
But yeah, but you
don't have an accent. That's the time. Right, exactly. That's why I was like, nice.
No. But if you wanted me to, you could have told me. I could have walked in with it.
I know.
You would have no idea. I could have made up a whole story.
I'd have been like, please make me happy.
Wow.
Yeah. Just name one, whatever accent. I could come in German if you, whatever you want.
Oh, sick. Next, we might test
Maybe
those out
every
a bit
time you
later.
speak, you can do a different
A
one.
different accent. Oh, that would be hot.
I can do a British accent,
I
whatever you
love that
want.
accent. I love that one. I try to do it all the time. It doesn't quite work.
So does my sister.
one of
It's
my
disgusting. She sounds like a
I
pirate.
love it. Yeah, my friend says I sound like a country Australian. I'm like, that's not what I'm going
But
for.
that's a good one too, though. Australian's a good accent. It's a hard one to do.
It's hard. It's hard to like do Australian and British.
Very
like,
hard.
Completely. They kind of sound the same. And on the show, I didn't notice that you have a cute dimple. It's so cute.
Oh.
Do you have two or one? Okay, you have one. Almost kind of two.
Have you played?
I have two.
Oh, you have two. Oh, excuse me.
I have a nose dimple.
A nose dimple?
Yeah. It's recently developed. I don't know how.
What is that?
Okay, don't look at me.
Tina's like, what is
Sorry.
that?
What is a nose
I'll show you
dimple?
some other time. It's like
Okay.
it's right there. Anyway.
I have a
Okay.
question.
Well, it's cute either way.
Have you played a mean character before?
Yes.
Okay, that's your thing. I was gonna say, because girl, you did it real good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I play a lot of mean characters. I don't know why. It just, I think it's the
It's the
I'm
pretty
from New York. I'm a New
girl,
Yorker, and we kind of have that sort of underlying aggression. And
Right.
it comes out kind of easy.
Heard exactly.
I would not have
confidence.
guessed that you were a New Yorker at all.
I would.
No.
No.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm serious.
Really?
Yeah.
Usually everybody's like picks it up like that.
I didn't pick it up, but when you tell me, I'm like, oh, of course, it makes sense to me.
Well, I'm from Long Island, so I kind of got rid
and
of
then
this
she brought out
accent a
that
little
Long
bit.
Island.
Yeah.
And I'm
Now
from
we're
the
here.
Bronx.
So if you really wanted me to be,
right? Girl, I went to
truthful, yeah. I usually don't like to tell
She really is the queen of the accent.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
one of my favorites.
incredible.
You can just send this in for your next audition tape.
I know, right? Oh, I've done the Long Island accent too. That's fun.
People
I
will
just
think
have to-
I'm from New York, and then they ask me where I'm from. Like, from San Diego, nowhere near. We speak so slow. I don't have an accent. I don't know where you heard
See, I
it.
could tell though. I could tell you're from here.
I think
You
so do I.
can?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just from New York. I could tell
Yeah.
too. That's why I think it's a joke when they say they're like, "Oh, I thought you were from the East Coast." I'm like, "Why?" Because I'm like in your face right now. That's probably the only reason.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. It's a
that's
little
the
bit
Latina.
like the
It's the
aggression.
aggression.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
That's interesting.
But that's where the Latina hate.
I know. Well, I mean, that's probably what it is. But when they tell me I have an accent, it cracks me up because I'm like, English is my first language, so sorry about it.
Yeah, but Latinos from New York and Latinos from Cali, different.
Absolutely.
The different accents.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
you can see that actually in the show too. With like her grandmother, she's like a very proper speaking Spanish and everything. I love the way.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
she's from New York, also, correct? You said
A lot of people are. It seems like.
Who?
Jane's grandma on the show.
Oh, Jane's grandma. I thought you asked about.
Oh, the other girl.
the
No.
mother.
Oh no.
No.
She's from New York. She looks like it.
Yeah.
Andrea.
No.
Okay.
Andrea.
Anyways, so
Family
your main
ties.
character, your main character, right when Rogelio walks away, that you said stay away.
Yes. And I knew you were going to change. I was like, she's
So did I.
being nice.
The way she waited and she kind of like turned her head for him to shut the door.
Like,
Bam.
are you leaving? I'm going to give you the business.
Do you think
Yeah, I
that's
have-
her as a wife talking or her as a manager?
No, that was her as a wife.
Yeah.
She
absolutely.
wanted it to sound professional, that this is the reason why she's saying to stay away, but it's because Rogelio's
Her
hers.
ex- yeah, absolutely.
It's, that's like, for her it's her property because he always comes back to her. She's been a constant in his life.
Of course.
Now
Baby mama too.
yeah, and now Xiomara's threatening that, so she's like
right.
So with
no, honey.
Yeah, with the baby mama, we need your bad seeds. Those two
Yes.
little girls, they're absolutely gorgeous.
But there were
They're
more than just
amazing.
two, right? It was like four?
No. It was just
just two?
Victoria and Valeria.
yeah, twins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
And they
Victoria,
have dimples
Vic and
too.
Val.
It's great casting.
That sounds like mean girl
They're-
names.
Yeah.
Victoria.
The
especially.
Victoria, I know she's mean. The Valerie, I know she's mean too.
Oh, Victoria, that's like a mean name.
Well, their
No, I'm
real
kidding, but they
names
just- it's like
are both
sassy names.
V's as well.
Are they
Oh, really?
Vanessa and Veronica.
Oh, that's so funny.
I know.
That's funny.
I know.
That's interesting.
I know. They are adorable. I can't.
They're
When I met them, I was like, You did good in casting my daughter.
Exactly, they really did, because I could not believe. Oh, I mean, I knew it when Jane goes to school the next day and she sees them, and I was so mad the way she does it so honestly. Wait, but isn't this a Catholic school? I was like, girl. Oh my gosh! And I'm like, I'm a Catholic too, so I'm like, just hold it back, hold it back, hold it back. So it was just cracking me up in the way they bring it up. I mean, that was really smooth. That was an awesome, smart ass thing to do. But
then they go and create a website.
Unbelievable.
About
with
this
a
whole
big
thing.
old belly that she
Facebook,
don't got
Twitter,
yet.
comments.
Smart though.
Right.
Yeah,
I
very
know.
smart. Yeah.
And then the
learn
men's
from
end up
them.
liking it, interestingly enough, which we'll talk about later. But conniving little girls, and they're jealous because Rogelio got Jane a Prius, or not a Prius, a Mini Cooper, and then he got them both.
Right? And apparently the father is not in their life, so that's probably the reason why, because that's the only dad that they've had, because when they had that little crying moment, they're like, we don't know where our dad is, which we'll get to in a second. Side
And he
note,
relocated for Jane.
yeah, his daughter, the way that they kept mentioning it. Side note, because I wrote it in randomly, what I love that they do also, the text messaging. I love what they do when like Jane is texting.
Yeah.
It's so perfect. And I feel it's important because we are from a generation that texts messages all the time, and
exactly.
and it's different being said than from when you read it.
Yeah.
So it puts you in a whole different kind of atmosphere, ambiance, if you will.
It comes up as if you are looking at the
exactly.
phone.
And how the dynamic is, because it's just I love it. So
And you see the reactions to the text as well.
Yeah. And because when you get the first time that the text pops up, I'm always like, when you get a text, I was like, Michael texted her.
And we see the calendar alert.
And that's how he finds out. And the way that he brings up Stephanie, I was like, great, bring up memories that she shared with you, because you know everything about her life. I love you, Michael.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say that you actually didn't like that. So I was gonna be like, no, I thought that was so cute.
I thought that was cute, but I'm saying that just sucks because, again, that's in her head and that's what she's thinking. And I mean, he's doing great. That's the only thing that's hard, because how do you let go of someone that loves you so much? And I know the line and everything else, but we're human at the end of the day. You know, you can't, like, girl, you're pregnant.
Yeah, but also, she is pregnant, so she needs to set the bar even higher. And,
guess.
And it's also that here's something that just recently popped up, so I'm sure that if I was in her position too, I'd be wondering, well, has he lied about other things this easily?
That's
and
exactly.
he has this double life of being a detective where he can't supposedly talk about things with her, and yet it turns out he was keeping things from her.
And with how Jane is,
what else is he hiding?
She does. She has to. And honestly, I guess that is I'm gonna take back what I said now, because that is the seed. The second you start questioning, you just can't, because then you'll turn into the woman that none of us want to be.
But you can still see how sweet he is, though.
That's what I'm saying. So you kind of and I keep feeling bad, but then Justin was here the other week saying, no, but she's such a good character. I was like, shut up, just because you mad good too yourself.
You're not taking it.
No, you know what? I always say, if you'll cheat, you'll lie. If you'll lie, you'll steal. If you steal, you'll kill. Like it just has these layers. You know, like lying.
I feel you, like it's only a level. If you think one thing is okay, you're gonna be reason, or how are you gonna say, you're gonna
justify.
You're gonna
But I
justify
couldn't
something
see him
else.
like cheating, is what I'm saying. Like I couldn't see him being like
I
a
couldn't
bad
see him
guy.
cheating either. Well, I can see him be a little bit of a bad guy, because it takes kind of a specific person to be like an investigation and stuff like that.
I was gonna say, like, it'd be different if he were not.
I mean,
a cop.
you have to. Like, for instance, in the military, when people join the military, what's boot camp for? Boot camp is pretty much to erase everything that they have to break you down just to rebuild you right back up in the person that they need you to be.
And you have to be willing to kill somebody.
Exactly.
Maybe you wouldn't do it,
and
now out of like a psycho killer or murderer would, but you have to be willing to end
protect.
someone's life to protect at the stake of someone else.
Yeah, but you are right, because in Breaking Bad, Walter White, he starts, he's this good person. I can't believe I bring up Breaking Bad now, like Steven. I'm so mad.
But it's not always you, though.
I know, because I got it from Steven, because he thought it was so good, and then I watched the show, and then now I compare Walter White to everything.
Side note, if you haven't, go check out the YouTube video, Do You Want to Build a Meth Lab? It's the Let It Go. Do you want to build a snowman? But it's Breaking Bad, and it's
Silly.
amazing.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But like I was gonna say though that the way that he, you start just getting used to certain things, and now that we know that Michael has been in the police academy and everything else, so who knows? And the secret,
He looks so good in that suit. Please have more flashbacks with that suit.
I know.
Or the uniform. The uniform.
Oh yeah, he did look good in the uniform. His eyes just really pop.
Yeah.
I like, what's also good? How different both Justin and Michael are, because it makes it easier for us to choose one or the other.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Kind
No,
of.
everyone
I'm
has a
Team
type.
Ralph all the time.
What?
Everyone has a type.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Something for everyone.
I'm personally, every race has a pretty face, so it's like, if you look pretty, I like you. That's my type.
I like that. Every race has a pretty face.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Copyright Stephanie Giorgi. Okay.
Yeah, so
Next on the list.
go ahead. What? Oh, next
No,
on the
just say
list. Yeah. So Raphael and Jane discussed Petra's lying and how he was in
Bitch.
jail. Right, liar. See, lying again. There she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like evil. And then
Maybe she
he.
and Michael will hook up.
You what? Say
Maybe she and Michael will hook up.
No, Michael deserves to be with someone who's going to make him a better person if he is bad.
The two liars would probably work.
I say it like
know
it's
what?
so real.
Yeah.
But-
You're talking like a therapist. Like,
Yeah.
he needs to. Yeah.
But think about it, like that. You hear that sometimes where exes will hook up.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Because
know,
they're in
even
the
if
same
they don't-
position.
Yeah.
We both got left by our peoples. Let's hook up.
Even if it's, not that they would ever date each other, but just even if it was like a kiss in a corner,
Right.
by the vending
Because
machine,
they're both sad and they're the only ones that understand the sadness.
or maybe she's trying to manipulate him in some way.
to
well,
get more
hopefully that
money.
doesn't even get there. Maybe he'll just be with Nadine instead. Hopefully.
I could see that happening because she seems desperate for money. Whoever the guy is, we'll get to that later. That she's
But
like, I'll
Michael
get the
is also
money.
not stupid to play with this girl that he's seen how she cheats.
That's true.
So yeah, that's not even a question.
I agree. It's
But-
not gonna happen.
This is the part though when they're talking that Ralph says it.
He says it on this part.
Yes, he says, "I have feelings for you," and then we all lose our.
Yeah, and I love that she like thinks about it. She's like, wait a minute, wait.
Because she wanted to hear it and she was confused because he said, "Oh, it happened to me at the just recently. Someone
What
who I
happened?
find super attractive and everything was telling me about how he was like, oh yeah, this girl was asking me about who you were, and I was like, get out of here. She's like my sister." And I was like, oh.
We don't know who this guy is. But
Exactly. And I literally, the first thing I thought of was Jane the Virgin, and the second thing I thought of was like, you would see the red in my face if they put like a glow and everything. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna freak out
You're
now.
turning red right now.
I was so mad, and I mean, it
It is
wasn't
getting a little
mad,
hot
but
in here.
it
Yeah.
made me laugh. And it was so funny that it happened right after it happened in the show.
wow, yeah. you totally-
One of our super fans just tweeted me, and I actually read this earlier. Diane Guerrero, she's on Orange is the New Black, and she plays Lena, Jane's confidant on the show. She's the other waitress who's dating Billy. She recently posted an article for the LA Times and has been on CNN because she revealed that at 14, both of her parents were deported.
Oh, wow.
And she
Oh,
pretty
get
much
out.
had to raise herself because the government wouldn't do anything. And now she's created this, beautiful career for herself. And so anyway, someone just wanted to make that mention as like a little behind the
Right? No,
scenes
perfect.
news,
That's
and
news and
gossip. So
gossip.
she's definitely going to be in the media a lot, and I think it is something that is relevant to the show as far as immigration and people coming to this country and families. This is definitely a show about families, so
Yeah.
cool. Check it out. Definitely seeing another side of this character that I think we're for sure going to see more of as she continues to date Billy.
Okay, so where are we?
For the record, I can't. It's right here.
Okay, is that where it is?
Sorry, Steven, are we able to turn Madison's mic down a
'cause
little
I
bit?
feel like I'm about to lose some eardrums here.
She's number 2.
Take one off.
She's number 2.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh Jesus. Yeah, I've been suffering over here.
Oh,
Yeah,
Madison.
I couldn't. Oh yeah. Ooh. Much better.
All right. So,
What is happening? Okay. So where are we? Okay.
so then we see Xiomara finally being able to give some good advice by saying, "Let's do it my way, Jane." I got a plan.
Oh, yes.
And Ross comes into play to help her
I
out.
love this plan.
I love those girls though, because I'm not gonna lie. If I was 16 their age and I was at the beach and someone came up like that, I would have done the same thing like that.
But I love that they were already fighting.
Yeah.
She's like, no, but you don't even like getting your hair wet. Like, no, you stay. He's for me. He smiled at me. Like, that was...
That competitive.
If she said that, you don't like your hair, I'm like, girl, I will drown for him. I don't care.
So what happens is they actually, Jane actually takes her mom's advice and she listens and she gets their phone.
Because she has to play their game. That's the
Yeah.
only way little girls understand. They only feel it the way that they dish it out, because they don't, like, as adults, we're like, oh, the silent treatment or this and that. It's like, no, it only works for us because we're grown now. You got to hit them where it hurts.
Yeah, and that silent treatment doesn't work.
No.
Like, I think we're so used to...
Oh, I got some silent treatment that will make you cry.
Girlfriend, don't give me that. Can't handle that.
Yeah, just say
Oh, you
what
don't
it
like silent
is.
treatment?
No.
Just
Exactly.
say what it is. Have grown folks conversations.
Yeah.
Like, say it. Say what
Use your
really
words.
think. Use your words.
I hate saying that to
I
people
love
because it's so
saying it to
condescending,
people.
but it's just...
Well, I would
Sometimes
say
you
it's a
have to.
joke.
I
was
agree,
like-
Giselle. I totally agree. Because that's why I
Use
hate
your
that. I hate that. So I'm feeling some kind of way.
She
Yeah.
thinks, oh, I feel some type of way right now.
I'm like, use adjectives.
You have to pull out the
verbs.
feelings chart.
Yeah, pull it out. Where are you?
Express.
Right. Yeah. Say
Yeah,
something.
get it out.
Yeah, get it out. Totally
Yes.
get it out.
When the girls, do you think that they... At first, I thought they were going to be becoming sincere because they saw her in a different way, but at the last minute... Okay, so sorry, I jumped ahead. Jane goes to the school. She tells them about the pictures, about their nose job and dirty pictures that they might have
Well,
sent to their
at
boyfriend.
first, they got her fired because...
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Because
she made the whole
yeah.
scene like creepy little liars.
Crushing the
iPad.
tablet.
Unbelievable. And she did that with the quickness. Like, they did not
They
skip a
learned
beat.
from the best. I taught them that move.
Evelina, yeah. Manipulative mama.
Right? And then, but when they come back, it was the very end when she's like, okay, you're back on Monday. And they both looked at each other. Did you guys catch that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
So I'm
catch
like, oh,
that.
so then more bad's gonna happen.
Yeah.
think?
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that moment of, what's that?
Are they back? Are they coming back?
Yeah, they're the stepdaughters. They have to, at least for right now, because
I don't know.
Oh.
She can't say. She's keeping her.
I'll tell
don't
you,
know.
I know.
Well, you can say, because that's the kind of thing that would show up. We could look up and see what episodes they're on.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually don't. I don't know.
We'll have to look it up. You at home, if you know, let us know.
Maybe they are, maybe they're not. And then we have the same moment with Tina's character Melissa when she takes Xiomara in and she's like, and he slept with every single one of them.
I love that.
That's
That
what-
was my favorite.
That was so
my
good
favorite.
because I would
say that.
I would say
Can
that
you say
too.
that for us again?
In your accent. Yeah.
Right into that camera. right
Oh
there.
my God. Okay. Wow, you're really putting me on the spot.
That's just how I feel.
I think
that.
you're
Go
turning
ahead,
red,
girl.
Tina. Go ahead. Get in character.
And Jess, he slept with every single one of them.
Yes, sexy mama. I think you're turning red.
I probably am.
It's hot in here.
It is hot in
okay.
here,
But I love it because I'm like, okay, now what's going to be the twist? But I had no idea the twist. I thought they were going to either be like old, dirty, creepy old men that couldn't play.
I thought me too.
Yeah, I just assumed, but that you would kind of like set her up, but not in that way. I had no idea.
And then it
was a good
happened,
one.
and I was like, "Oh, she's good."
Yeah.
she's
Because I
Good
thought
play.
it was gonna be something. I was like, "Oh, dang, she brought in some fine girls."
They were all like supermodels, like you.
Super hot,
Yeah,
like-
super
Right.
hot girls.
Cleavage.
Yeah.
All different, like
Legs.
Yeah.
Well, they all look like Xiomara, so
nationalities.
not only did they sleep with Rogelio, but they're gonna possibly outshine her, which that's the point. You don't
Yeah.
do that. So
Yeah.
good.
Exactly.
Keep them in the
Man.
dark.
Yeah. And then she just pulled them right out and was like, "No, you're not even gonna perform.
Thanks, bye.
Thanks, bye."
Thanks for coming.
Well, I thought
Get your drinks on the way out.
I thought she was uncomfortable.
Right? I know.
I didn't plan that.
I know. That was New York right there. You said I didn't plan that.
I know. It comes out.
That's
Yeah.
so funny. No, that was really good. And I am the suck. Oh, wait. I don't know. I'm not going to mention it. Never mind.
what? Go ahead.
Nothing. I was just going to say I really liked it when Xiomara sang.
Yeah, I know. I love that sometimes, like, that's like a perfect, like, situation. Like, sometimes when you think something really bad will happen, it ends up being the most, like, miraculous, like
She
incredible.
thrives,
Yeah,
right.
like
Everything happens for a reason.
absolutely,
Exactly.
and it totally happened for a reason. I was like, that's so great, and she looked incredible.
I was so happy that
It's
that
gorgeous.
Rogelio finally saw her as more than like the mom from back in the day. Like now he
Yeah.
saw her as a performer, which will be more as his peer, and he kind of needs that.
He does. He needs some competition.
I feel like
Not
for
even
this-
competition. I think that's just what he's interested in now. I mean, no, not that that's bad because he's in a different lifestyle. So honestly, I feel like he would need someone to even kind of hold him down and to
Yeah.
compete, or just to even. They have to be able to handle it. Put it that way.
Yeah.
I feel like for this episode, I think up until this point, every time we see a character, a new character, or a beautiful scene, we're always like, oh, the casting was great. Like, they cast a great family
Right.
together. But I feel like this was the first episode where I felt like the actors are the characters.
Right.
Like, they really either... Maybe
Are
they found
invested
their
in
beat,
their-
or they
yeah.
found their confidence, or like I said, I was like, I don't know if this is maybe when they found out, like, you're gonna keep going, or if they just all of a sudden had their bonding moment. But there was something about every single character where I felt like, you know, we've been emotionally invested since day one, but we see the bigger picture of everybody, of where they come from and why they are the way that they are. Maybe not everyone, like
Yeah.
Petra, we're still like, what the fuck? But, you know, for the most part, we see inside
We
of
see
these.
everyone fall into their own.
We
Because
literally see their soul in this one, actually.
Yeah,
we see her
absolutely.
heart beating. But
That's what I love about new series is that you have to think that all of these actors, they're coming together at their table read, they're meeting each other, and they're figuring out what their chemistry is going to be on camera. But after the 4th, 5th, 7th table read, you know, they've become friends. Their chemistry has been born, has been created, is existing now. And then when they transfer it on top of it, like the play chemistry plus on top of the real one, it's just like, whoa, so much. And it's so awesome to watch, because then you can forget that it's fake and that you want to think that it's real, and they do it perfectly.
as a co-star, what was it like for you on set? Were you able to get to know anybody? Were you having downtime with anyone?
Well, I was, since I was in the episode 2 weeks ago, so I got to like meet everyone first during that episode, and then coming back, it's always great when you're able to, you know, come back or you're recurring, because then you've already kind of made, you know,
Hello
a little
again, nice
relation.
to see ya.
Yeah, and it's, you know everybody on set, you know the hair and makeup, and you just walk in, and you know you're basically part of the cast, you
Yeah.
know. So, and they're seriously the sweetest cast I've worked with.
Yeah.
Awesome. They look like it.
No, everyone
I
is
couldn't
so
believe
sweet.
like how
They were
like
so
what good
super
people they were.
close,
Brett and
yeah.
Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like genuine, sincere, good people.
Very, very welcoming.
and it sounds like the crew
absolutely.
as well.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you get on set and you feel, if you're a guest star, a little kind of, you know,
Misplaced
out of the
or-
loop.
Yeah.
They're always nice, but with being on Jane, I mean, they were just like super, super nice, very, very welcoming.
Extra familia.
Yeah, and they gave us like a little gift.
Oh,
me and the
that's
girls,
nice.
like a little they gave us this
Really?
book. Super sweet,
That's
super
very
sweet.
Oh,
sweet.
I'm loving. See, I'm loving them more and more, and I've become biased because I liked those guys now after meeting them. And like
Yeah.
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 Totally.
No.
today,
Yeah,
one of
really
our hosts came in for the end of the last scene that we were gonna come up on, and he made me miss it. I was like, "Yo, get out!" I was like, "Get out! You just made me miss it. Get out right now."
Look, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of my favorite scenes, Jane and Roth are sitting on the bench, and this is, did you already
Well, wait,
talk
we
about
need to
this?
talk about the
breakup?
The breakup.
With
The
Michael
yacht.
when he takes her to go to the yacht, and I like it. You did the same thing that I did. Is that right when she walks up, we were like, "Oh, he's recreating that moment," which is why what the show does. They prompt us for what's going to happen.
Okay.
And
I skipped it. Yeah, go ahead.
no, yeah. So
Never
they get to
have
the
we ever been more vocal watching an episode.
Oh my
Right.
gosh,
I
yes.
could not. I don't know about you guys at home. Let us know what your reactions were to these next few scenes that we're about to talk about. My feet were in the air.
Yeah.
I was like biting my fingers. Like my glass was empty because I was just so anxious, drinking all of this water. Like, what's gonna happen? We were trying to call everything, and then all of us were like, "What?
No, yeah.
What? Kiss her! Don't! No!
You know
wait!
what?
What are you doing? What?"
This literally just popped in my head, and now I'm even more in love with the show. But I love how hard they're making this breakup, because you know what, in real life, especially in a situation like this, and I'm not a saint, but if I was in her position and I had feelings for someone else, even though this person was so beautiful and wonderful to me, I would break up with them. I would not be with them, and you would have to say that. And I think it hurts more to hurt someone else. And you see her like trying to do that and not wanting to, and like they made it so perfect. And we've only been with them for 6 episodes, and why does it hurt? Like it's like
6 years.
It's what's her faces, Rachel and Ross breaking up. You know, and that's how we win. 10 years with them, exactly.
Yeah. Right.
But they did it so good.
Yeah.
Oh, poor thing.
And you think that she should have told him the reason why? Like
I don't think.
The reason?
No. But that what she said, that she couldn't be with him. That was appropriate. That's what her persona would do.
Yeah.
I was surprised though, because she's someone who she thinks if you don't say certain things that means that you're lying. So I was surprised that she didn't say Raph, but I also loved how the writers had Raphael written.
Right.
Anyone's phone.
Oh yeah, that's my man. Sorry.
If Raphael, that he had his Raph's name was written when she was like, "I'm sorry, there are other things." Raph,
Right.
Yeah.
typed out for us.
But I think the majority of it was the majority
Has that
cell phones are flying.
I'm scared.
Oh. Did you break yourself on? It's okay.
It's okay.
You have
I
a
knew
good
if
case.
anyone's phone
Oh gosh, you could have put it on the floor.
slam against the wall was going to be mine.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what you just missed, if you're listening, we're throwing our phones across
there
the
was
room
static.
because there was static. We didn't want you guys to hear the static.
I knew it.
And yeah, Tina, sorry.
Go ahead. What were
Sorry.
you saying?
Yeah, no, I forgot what I was saying. I was saying that
The breakup.
The breakup. I think the bigger issue is the lie, because I think that's one thing I just cannot tolerate, even in friendships. Like, don't lie to me. Tell me the
I
truth.
agree. I agree.
Completely tell me the truth, because if you're lying to me, what else
like,
are you
irks
doing?
you.
Yeah, it irks me.
Were you surprised though? And I'm wondering you at home if you were surprised, because
Yeah.
the whole theme of this episode was forgiveness. And she even said that she arrived to the date with a forgiving mind.
She did, she said to him, "I forgive you. Like, know that I forgive you," because she needs to be able to say that. But
Yes,
I cannot be
that's
with you
true.
anymore.
And forgiveness doesn't mean that you have to receive somebody
Exactly.
back
Right.
the way.
Exactly.
It just means I
Okay.
forgive you, but another choice
That's a good
is
point.
I don't know if I want to be with you. I don't know if I want to be friends with you again. I don't know if I want to date you, like,
or marry you in a week.
or marry you in a week. And yeah, especially because she had a huge crush on Roth 5 years ago. Like, who could forget, like, the first crush, and then for him to remember, no, I remember you.
Yeah.
So,
He's the what if in her life.
yeah.
And the fact that he
Gotta
had
get rid of those
something,
what ifs.
he had something substantially like significant that happened in his life where
It changed him.
Yeah, where you know that you can see it and you can understand why it would change a person. So it's easier for you to believe that instead of someone just saying, "Oh, I just up and changed my life." It's like, no,
Right.
I almost died and my life turned around, and that's why I'm this different person now, and I want to be this person. I need you to believe me that.
And I think he was that person when they met, because they did have a connection, and he
Yeah,
was
he
listening
did.
to her,
When he was
and he
just
was
being him for, like, a
curious about
second.
her, and
Yeah.
he was sober, and there was no one else in the room,
Right.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
there was definitely, that part of him, but it just got shattered up by alcohol and girls and
Dang.
money.
And then we had I can't believe it happened in chapter 6.
Yeah.
The next scene, the last
Well, see,
scene.
Melissa could console him.
Right? Yeah, that's good.
You'd love that to come back.
Just saying.
You
just
could.
throwing it out there,
That
you know?
would be interesting.
Yeah, because, then she'd still be kind of, jabbing at
exactly.
Somada.
So as of now, you said that you haven't gone back yet. You've been on a veil for a few things, but you haven't done any sort of performing yet. So if it was up to you, what are some ways that you'd maybe write
Have your character be in there.
your character back?
Well, I have kind of thought about it, and then of course, there's the easy way of her coming back and wanting to sort of, obviously,
Rekindle.
step back into Rogelio's life and just...
And not just
I can, of course, easily see her doing that, coming back and just taking
Just
him
making it
back.
more dramatic and
yeah, and if Rogelio and Xiomara get back together, I think she should come in the middle and
Right.
split them apart again, because she is Xiomara's nemesis.
Right. Exactly.
So I think there's always going to be that friction that
Oh,
I could
absolutely.
be brought back for that.
Yeah.
But on the other side of it, if, Melissa and Michael had a little, whatever. That could be something too.
Or Michael's brother.
No, Billy's with the other girl.
Billy has someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
See, now this is the one that's left open.
Or
gotcha.
what about Raph's dad? Because she likes money.
Not this.
That would make more sense.
Yes.
That would be more
if Rose
precise.
leaves him.
Melissa would do anything to stir the pot.
Right.
Yeah.
So it'd be
Honestly,
anything
I
to...
see it that Xiomara and Rogelio, they're going to build their friendship. When their
Yep.
friendship is good, then she's going to come into play because you're going to see that, oh, maybe he does like the nicer person. I would see her character becoming nicer and then him seeing...
To manipulate him.
Right, manipulate him. And he's going to accept the fact that Xiomara only wants to be friends. And then he's like, well, maybe I should be there because all of this is making me feel like a good person. I should be with my first wife and I should take care of these other two daughters along with Jane. I could see it go down like that.
because I can't
Dang,
see...
there goes my prediction, right?
I can't see me accepting it.
Right.
There's no
Oh,
way I would
yeah.
accept it.
Of course not.
No. They're together? That's it. No, it's not going to happen.
Well, you know what I accept? No, I don't accept. I don't know how if I accept it.
What?
Our last scene.
Wait. Are we talking about
I
this scene?
want to bring the last scene just so that we can start asking you questions about
Okay.
you.
Okay. So
The
we're
last
not-
scene?
What scene? Are you going here?
Heaven with Raph on
Yeah.
the bench.
Oh, yeah. And the flowers falling. Oh.
When
That was my all-time favorite.
I was wondering what he was gonna do when she said that I broke up with Michael, and like kudos to you, Justin, because the face he made.
I think there was a tear in his right eye.
He got because it hit him and he was like, oh my god, thank God, no way this is happening right now.
But I love that she brought back. But wait a minute, you said that I was like your sister.
Yeah.
And he was like, no.
That was for the feelings part.
Yeah.
She needed to get that out of the way.
Was that
She
the
needs to,
same
like-
scene or was
That is not. That was a scene prior to. The last
the scene prior to,
all she
okay.
says
Okay.
is, I broke up with Michael.
And then
Yes.
and
And then he
the
grabs her
Words
and
that would
kisses
change them
her.
forever.
yes, and then the flowers.
And he picks her up and he kisses her.
Oh, and then her foot comes up. Like anytime the leg comes up,
Yeah.
it's a seal deal.
Such a picture perfect moment.
It was.
Now that was a kiss.
Yes.
That was a kiss.
That was a good
cute.
kiss.
And the heart was beating and fluttering with color.
That was a chills moment.
Yeah,
That was.
It was. Mm-hmm.
Dang, Justin looked extra good in that.
We were screaming.
I know,
I wanted
we
to
were so
clap.
excited.
I wanted to cry. I wanted to
did
cheer.
both. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you were screaming.
Yeah, we were all
Yeah.
screaming.
Like I
We were
actually
very-
kicked my legs up into the air and I was just like in the
And
corner of my
I feel
chair.
bad because everyone hates to watch movies with me and everything.
'Cause you're
Shout out to my
vocal?
girl Tanya because she
Yeah.
hates it when I'm like, watch.
too.
She's like, I've seen the movie. Stop talking to me right now. I'm like, I'm sorry. I hate when I always have to prep people for it. And it's like, can we watch the movie, please? Please, just
you
can you
prep
shut up?
Oh, wow.
But you did say that to me, starting from when
yeah,
she walked
she
down
sure
the dock.
did.
You're like, just wait,
Right,
and I'm
right.
like, oh my gosh, like just wait. I'm like, what? What did that? Just wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite scene.
So that was an awesome
Gave me
chapter
hope.
6.
I appreciated just
Chapter
waiting.
6. So then the next awesome scene, Roth brings in the maid.
No.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I was like, that's the end of the show.
I think that was before.
No, it was before.
Yeah.
It was
and
way
also,
before.
Am I out of
and we have to
order?
talk about the Rogelio and the roses, too.
Okay.
Oh, what do you mean, like just the friendship?
No, he gave Xiomara the flowers.
Yeah,
and
but
she
that's,
said,
oh yeah, I was gonna say that's when they established that they just had the friendship.
yeah.
Yes, because she doesn't want their relationship to potentially like mess up.
Yeah, because she
and
saw the
then-
moment when she interrupted him. Honestly, actually, I loved that part too because when they had the issue was between Melissa and Xiomara, but I loved that Rogelio was like, "What is it? You just interrupted a very important moment with my daughter." And that's the first
Yes.
time I saw Rogelio be a little bit like
a father.
like a father,
Yeah.
more like masculine, not so
Yeah.
metrosexual because that's
Yeah.
how he kind of comes off.
Not
so.
his character on
Right.
the,
Yeah.
like in the show. Yeah.
And so she saw that, but I know that Xiomara loved it when he did that
Yeah,
because
she did.
at the end of the day, a mother wants a father to be like that for their children.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But we
And then the
also
housekeeping
learned,
part, yeah, you're right.
but we also learned that Xiomara had dated one
Stephanie's
of Jane's
dad.
friends when she was younger, and that
From
was part
high
of
school.
where all the problem came from. So we see another another scene where
Yeah.
Xiomara clearly is maturing, is trying to play the mom role,
She's
trying
growing
to do
up
the
also.
right thing for her daughter.
And then the
I
only
love
thing
pink
that you were talking about was just the housekeeper, which I
Yeah.
love that Petra was like, how do I even know that some whatever, and And I love that she was like, well, you didn't even recognize me right now. I was like, perfect, exactly. I'm like, Petra, shut up. And then she's like, I'll go pack. Good.
Yes.
But I love that the packing was just Zaz's urn. Like, this is all
He's like,
have.
oh, don't forget your boyfriend.
Yeah, don't forget your boyfriend. Take him. So we didn't talk about the scene with the mom.
Oh, yeah, and Yvonne, you're right.
Yeah, and Yvonne.
And she then uses the urn.
She uses the urn to...
And poor Roman's all over.
Roman's
Scattered
all over
ashes.
Yes, pretty much. So
Oh, and the mom keeps bringing up the cards.
the tarot cards.
Yeah,
from
she's
the
like,
very
shoot, my
beginning.
daughter will not die tonight. I see it in the cards.
She's a mystery.
Yeah, she's a gypsy, that's why.
I think she's in Rostra.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, she's the...
Oh.
I think she's Russia because
I
it
think
said
she
the
could
guy
really
without
walk.
the face, she has a tore up face. Sorry,
Yeah.
this bit.
She's like...
That's interesting.
Oh.
She could walk. That wheelchair business. Yeah, that's fake.
Guys, I think we figured it out.
I totally
Maybe. It's
figured
probably
that.
completely not that, but I'm just saying
But it
that's an
might
awesome
be.
prediction.
Yeah, that's my prediction. Okay, what else? Have we talked about everything?
Yeah,
No.
and then we had jumped ahead of thing, and yeah. So,
What?
oh, nothing. No, I was just
No,
gonna. No, nothing. Go ahead. I was gonna ask questions now.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
ask
go,
questions.
Go.
No, just okay. For your character, did you have to do? I always like to ask like any personal time. Like, did you ever rehearse with just one of like just Rogelio, or I guess, or maybe it was just Xiomara because you were working more with her, or
Yeah, we went over the scenes a couple times. Most of the time, when we're just sitting there getting hair and makeup done and just kind of like go over it real quick. Yeah,
do you
because
sit at the table reads with everybody, or
yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Sick.
I did for both episodes, and yeah, because me and her have to have the most kind of like personal dynamic.
Yeah.
So we just needed to kind of like throw the lines out and get a little bit of the feeling for it. But it's funny because after every scene, I would just be like, "I'm sorry." She'd be like, "I'm sorry," because you know
guys are
we were so
being mean
bitchy
to
to
each
each
other,
other,
yeah.
and it was just like afterwards, like, "I'm sorry." I love you. You know, she's so sweet, and yeah.
I love that they're making these two like mother characters be these like the biggest bombshells on the show because normally, and that's like so typical
Gorgeous.
novela, which is awesome because you guys both of you look like models on there,
Supermodels,
and it's
yeah.
like, and those are the mamas. That's not even the daughters. They're like you guys have the most game.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, also
Yeah,
one thing, I don't remember if we mentioned it, but we also hear from the twins that Jane gets a shift in perspective with how her parenting has been. Because here she is thinking she has this broken family, that she's dysfunctional and all
Right.
this.
Yeah.
But her house has been so full of love. And meanwhile, the
these girls,
twins.
our mother's
Yeah.
horrible.
Our dad's
Yeah.
never around.
Well, I don't think it's ever said on the show, but Melissa is an ex-telenovela star.
Oh yeah.
That's yeah.
Oh,
That's
no, I
how
think
they
he did.
met.
I think that's why he said
say
that. Was it, or maybe we
I don't
just knew
think
that they were the
he did say
manager?
it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
manager.
Yeah, I don't think they actually did ever say it, but so you know, background-wise, I'm not exactly sure where
But that would make
comes
sense
in.
and
But
everything.
yeah, so me being an ex-telenovela star, him being a telenovela star, and having that kind of we're in the business and sort of always worried about our looks. And,
Of course, because everyone's so beautiful. It makes
yeah,
absolute
so
sense.
I passed that down on to my kids,
daughters.
and
Yeah.
And you can
do
see
whatever
that.
you have to do to get what you want.
Right.
Wow. So let's talk about your real background, because you said you told us a little bit about your dance background, ballet,
New York.
New York,
Brazilian,
so-
Italian.
Yeah.
Brazilian, Italian. Wow.
Yeah.
Who's who? Your mom, dad?
My mom is from Brazil. My dad's from Italy.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
Do you speak
So-
any Portuguese?
I do.
A little bit. All I know is oi, como vai? Oi, como
Como vai?
vai? Muito bem. Muito bem. Muito bem.
Muito bem.
E buongiorno, principessa. Ti amo.
Oh, che carina.
That's Italian.
Oh, you're so cute.
We're just like,
Yeah. But no, she touched on both languages. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Steffi G.
Well, actually, when I went in for the audition for Melissa, they didn't say beforehand that they wanted an accent. But
Okay.
because she was an ex-telenovela star, I figured that they would need it. So I went in, and some
Perfect.
people had, some people didn't. And so they asked kind of my background, and they said, do you want to, do a Brazilian accent? So I did that at first, and they said I could keep the Brazilian accent, but I think the problem with that is not many people know the difference between Portuguese and Spanish or Mexican. So people would think that it was a really bad Spanish accent.
Right.
If I did
That's absolutely right. It's only the Spanish people that would be like, oh, she sounds kind of like Portuguese or maybe even like Italian or something. Because I can recognize the different accents too. But I thought that it was perfect. And you should be, because Rogelio has just the exact same light accent that you guys have. It's similar.
Yeah.
And it's nice to just show that, yes, we are Spanish speakers. This is whatever. But
they're American.
We speak English. We know 2 languages.
Yeah. But growing up, I heard both.
Awesome.
Both languages.
Interesting.
No, you did
And
great.
it worked for the better.
Yeah,
Yes.
totally.
Yeah.
It fits you. So do you have anything that we should be looking
What's
out for?
recently or
Like
anything?
what's coming up for you?
Well, I'm going to be shooting very soon, beginning of December. It's a new film produced by Martin Scorsese, and it's with Aaron Eckhart and Katie Seagal. And oh gosh, but this is so bad. But the amazing actor from Divergent.
Oh yeah,
Miles Teller?
the girl.
Miles Teller.
Miles Teller.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So he's the
Whiplash
lead.
right now.
Yeah, it's a story. It's the real life story of Vinny Pacienza, who was a boxer.
Okay.
And,
I've heard of this.
Yeah, so it's called Bleed for This. So I'll be shooting that beginning of December. It'll be out next year.
Sick. Congratulations. Good. Thank you.
That's
Super
And
dope.
who are you
Incredible.
playing?
I'm playing Miles, who plays Vinny the boxer, one of his girlfriends.
Yeah. Oh, so it's gonna be like a solid. Awesome. Congrats on that.
Incredible. Congratulations. Yes. So, and I know you just said social media. You just started on Twitter.
I just started on Twitter. So if anyone wants to help me out with Twitter, I don't
And
know what I'm doing with Twitter.
You have an Instagram page.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so tell everybody where they could find you.
Well, Instagram is just my full name at Tina Casciani. And then Twitter is Tina_Casciani.
Okay.
Go follow her.
Yes, go
Find
follow
her.
her. I already
Help a girl
followed you.
out.
Yeah, so follow back.
Yes.
And you can find me, MadisonChaseFitness.com, on my website, YouTube, and Instagram, and then One Mad Chase at YouTube, and I think that's it. Pinterest is Madison Chase Fit.
Yes, everyone, thank you so much for watching this Chapter 6
thank you.
episode. You can find me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi, Giorgi, and on Instagram at SteffiG47.
Hey yo! You can find me at Giselle Ugarti, at Giselle Ugarte. For the sake of the show, we like to emphasize the R. And you guys, don't forget, give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Let us know what you want to see. Don't forget about us on iTunes as well. Rate us there. Give us 5 stars. All of you are so engaged every single week. Shout out to Garrett, who has been tweeting actually every single day his predictions for this week. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thank you so
Thanks for
much,
having me.
Tina. We had a
It
great
was
time
fun.
with you. You have to come back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Buzz you later,
Thank you.
guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.